And a good spiritual morning to you once again. I'm Father Cosmas. Thank you for joining me today from my office here at church for a quick chat and, of course, our morning cup of coffee. And Christ is risen once again, Christos Anesti, as we're nearing the end of our Paschal celebration. Ascension, of course, this coming Thursday. But I wanted to talk about something that happened over the weekend. There was a boxing match, an exhibition boxing match, as part of our popular culture. It took place on Sunday night. I didn't see it, full disclosure. In fact, I had a Goya party at my house, so we were not watching the boxing match between Logan Paul, a very famous YouTuber, and Floyd Mayweather, very famous boxer, one of the best boxers of all time. Arguably, I think he retired 50-0 from his professional boxing career, and so they had this exhibition boxing match, and the reactions were mixed. Some people were not very happy with the reaction or the results of the boxing match because it went the distance. So you have this guy, Logan Paul, who's famous as a YouTuber for sort of picking fights with people and getting exhibition boxing matches, and he ended up getting one with one of the best boxers of all time in Floyd Mayweather. Now, of course, Logan Paul is a little bit bigger. He's a bigger guy than Mayweather is, but of course he's fighting against one of the best boxers of all time. So the assumption was that Mayweather was going to knock him out, but he did not. It went 8 rounds and ended up, there was no knockouts. A lot of people were sort of suspicious. Well, this should have gone 8 rounds, like the guy should have knocked him out. And there was a couple of times, there was one moment in the fight, specifically, you can see a video clip of it, where it looks like Mayweather's kind of knocked him out, but then kind of grabs him and holds him up. So people are sort of questioning, was this planned? Is it staged? Is it fixed? And they're not very happy. And so my response back to this and kind of commenting on it and a way of sort of turning this discussion toward a spiritual dimension is, what did you expect? It's a boxing match between a YouTuber and a retired boxer. They're guaranteed millions of dollars. I don't know, they're estimating that Mayweather was going to make between $50 and $100 million. And Logan Paul, of course, I think got a percentage of the pay-per-views. So, I mean, this is not about the thrill and honor of athletic competition. This is about money. This is entertainment. What did you think was going to happen? Well, we're not sure if it was fixed. Of course it was fixed. Of course it was staged. It's an exhibition boxing match with a YouTuber. This is for the purpose of entertainment and money. And why are you expecting your expectations to be subverted? And so in the spiritual life, the same thing is true. People talk to me all the time about their relationship with Christ. And they wish they were getting more out of that relationship. They wish that they were closer to Christ, and they wish that they got more out of their spiritual life, and they're sort of baffled by why they're not getting more out of their spiritual life. And I sort of say, well, in a similar way, what did you expect? If you don't pray, and you don't fast, and you don't read the Bible, and you don't come to church, what do you expect is going to be your relationship with Christ? If we want to get something out of it, we have to put the work in. You have to train. You have to, much like an athlete, you have to put in the time and the effort in order to be able to get something out of it, some sort of a return. And so far too often we expect things to be different than they are, and they're really not. They're obvious. 9 times out of 10, things are exactly how you expect them to be. And the same thing is true in the spiritual life. If you want to be closer to Christ, you have to spend time with Him in prayer. If you want to have discipline in the spiritual life, then you have to discipline yourself. If you want to be part of a parish family and a community and feel welcomed and feel like you're part of a family, you have to come. You have to participate. You have to put yourself out there. And so it really demands us to be able to look at ourselves and say, well, what are my expectations? And what do I want to get out of things? If you were watching this boxing match on Sunday and expected some sort of an honorable athletic competition, your expectations were going to be subverted. If you turned it on and you paid to watch it and thought, well, this is just going to be entertaining, let's see what happens, this is going to be fun, then you probably were entertained. And at least you got 8 rounds out of it. You didn't see a knockout like an old Tyson fight in 30 seconds. So at least there was some entertainment value. You get out of things what you put into them. The exact same thing is true in the spiritual life. Once again, may our risen Lord and Savior bless us and keep us this day and every day. Christ is risen.